You also have a book on beating sugar addiction, and I think that's one of the major health concerns today. You mentioned Candida and yeast overgrowth in there as well. How does somebody know that that might be an issue for them?
Nasal congestion, sinusitis, especially if it's not seasonal. Seasonal is more allergic.
Sure.
But nasal congestion, sinusitis, postnasal drip where you're clearing your throat, gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, spastic colon, irritable bowel, any of those tend to be markers for Candida. Now, you can have symptoms like brain fog, achiness, fatigue, and a lot of other things, but that you can get from thousands of things. But that nasal congestion, basically sinus congestion, sinusitis, spastic colon, if I see that, I'm going to treat for Candida. I'm going to go with diflucan, the medication, 200 milligrams a day for 6 weeks in most people. I'm going to give a good probiotic, which means it has to have an enteric coating. Stomach acid kills the bacteria. That's part of its job. And 99.9% of the bacteria in a probiotic are dead before they get through the stomach. They're not putting up much of a fight for you. You get ones, you can get them in little pearl coatings, like Pearls Elite, 1 a day. If you want a high potency one, Optima by Nature's Way. As long as it's enteric coated, it's likely to be a good one. Okay. And then you cut back sugar because yeast grow by fermenting sugar. Now berberine also, we talked about it for cholesterol, very good for Candida. Okay. Kills them too. But the thing about sugar is that it's an addiction. And if I just say to come off sugar, I used to tell my patients, when I take them off the sugar, that if I see headlights coming at me in a dark parking lot and you're behind the wheel in the next 7 to 10 days, I'm running for cover because the withdrawal is nasty. And then I realized that if you get rid of what's driving the sugar addiction, and there's 4 main types, you come off the sugar and it's easy. And then there are natural alternatives for the sugar. I like a stevia. I like the one made by Body Ecologic. I'm not going to pull it out of my pocket. I have too much stuff in there right now, but because that one tastes good. You can get it 1-800-4-STEVIA for the company. It's really good tasting stevia. Many of them are bitter. The 4 types of sugar addiction. Type 1 is you're fatigued. You're reaching to the sugar, and caffeine is an energy loan shark. A cup of coffee or tea a day or two is actually healthy. It steps on the gas, but the key is to put gas in the tank, or it becomes an energy loan shark. The sugar, I'm not talking about, have it in your chocolate, save it for things that taste good, get rid of the sodas, the fruit juices, enjoy the fruit. But the SHINE protocol will increase energy in anybody. So get your 8 hours sleep a night, take the vitamin powder, ribose, and go for a walk a half hour each day. Most people find their energy is going to start going way up. But for those with severe fatigue, the whole SHINE protocol, and treat the infections and the hormones as well. So type 1 is fatigue. Type 2 would be adrenal fatigue. And that what happens is your blood sugar drops from the lower adrenal, and you get this feed me now or I will kill you kind of a thing. If you're in marriage counseling, divorce attorney's office, there's a good chance you have low adrenal that's driving it because the mood shifts are crazy. And if somebody gets between you and that Twinkie, when your blood sugar drops, it's like getting between a mama bear and their cub. It's like they're dead. So irritable when hungry, feed me now or I'll kill you moments. Adrenal stress end is a very good product, 1 or 2 in the mornings. Severe cases, I'll use a low dose of bioidentical cortisol. High doses are toxic, low dose very safe. But you treat that, and now the sugar cravings go away, as do the divorce lawyers and the rest. So type 3 would be the Candida, because Candida eats sugar, and they've evolved a way to they put out something that triggers sugar craving in the host. But it's a happy sugar craving. It's what I call the happy Twinkie hunter. They're going through the cabinets looking for something sweet, but not the irritability. And again, we talked about nasal congestion, irritable bowel. And type 4 would be people who have low hormones around menopause or menopause, low estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. That causes mood shifts, and they're basically reaching for sugar as a means for the anxiety and depression. That helps in the beginning, but then you get insulin resistance, and all of a sudden it turns on you and makes it worse.